All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look at 10.2. So World of Warcraft dev, give it a look at Guardians of the Dream PTR. Let's see what we got here. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to check this out yet, but I want to watch it.
Hello everyone, welcome to Wowcast. Today we're going to talk about our next major content update, Guardians of the Dream. And I have two special guests here with me today. Please introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Taylor Sanders. I'm an encounter designer on the World of Warcraft team.
And I'm Ann Stickney. I'm a senior narrative designer on the World of Warcraft team.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. What is coming with Guardians of the Dream?
Yeah, so Guardians of the Dream is a huge content update. We have a new outdoor zone, the Emerald Dream itself, right, that we're going to be traveling to. We have a new raid. We have new public events within the outdoor zone itself.
Yeah, is this sped up? I sped it up. I'll put it at 1 for you guys. But like when I watch YouTube videos, there's a little fun fact about me. When I watch YouTube videos, I normally watch it at 2 times speed just to save half my life, you know? When it's like information like this, I normally do like double time, just, yeah.
And then also Season 3 will be launching as well.
So we just finished up Fractures in Time. Can you tell us what's next? What are we going to expect in this major content update?
Well, with Fractures in Time, we kind of wrapped up the story of the bronze dragonflight, and we also saw Iridikron take off for parts unknown. One person that we haven't seen since Zeralik Caverns is Farok. We get to catch up with him here. More importantly, what's going on is that Amirdasil, that tree, the seed that Tyrande took from the Shadowlands, she's planted it, it's been growing in the Emerald Dream, and it's about to cross over. It's a very powerful tree.
I love trees.
Interested in it.
Of course not.
So,
can't be that easy.
Of course not. No, it can't be that. It's never that easy. So turns out Farok's kind of interested in this tree, and he's got some friends that he's bringing along with him.
We finally enter the portal into the Emerald Dream. What does it look like? What can we expect?
First off, we're finally going to the Emerald Dream, right? And we've seen like bits and pieces of it since like what?
Yeah, since, I don't know, back in, the classic days when the game was first kind of released.
Druids. Yeah, with the Druids. And then I think more recently, the Emerald Nightmare raid back in Legion, right? But we've always visited these little pockets. And in Guardians of the Dream, we get to visit like an actual section of the dream.
They're doing a brawl first to test solo queue PG like they did with Shuffle and Shadowlands. Oh, interesting.
The Emerald Dream itself is a reflection of the wild world. So it's green, it's overgrown, it's beautiful, there's stuff blooming all over the place, but also we aren't the only ones interested in that tree. Farok is there, and he's got some allies with him. So the place is, while part of it is, overgrown, wild, beautiful, blooming, there's also parts of it where Farok's forces have hit this place. It's a war-torn landscape, right? It's not perfect, it's not ideal, but we're there to fix it and make sure that Farok doesn't get what he wants. If you are familiar with lore, we're going to the Eye of Ysera, and it's a place that has been mentioned in lore for a very long time.
That's cool. Is there like, can we talk about like the features? Like, when do we get to that?
All of its kind of energy and life force to sort of achieve here of the Emerald Dream. Nimue, Weaver of the Cycle. So when players enter Nimue's chamber, it's this beautiful sanctum that really represents sort of the Emerald Dream in its most pure form. On the floor of the chamber, Nimue is ordering the weave of the Emerald Dream itself, to sort of represent the act of creating things with the Emerald Dream and defending it and protecting it. In the other wing of our raid, this is a wing that's been destroyed by Farok and his molten through the destruction of the Sage Swift.
Cataclysm will prove a lot.
Dragon ride within a raid encounter in Dragonflight. So in Pursuit, it's going to be really exciting to see.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, visually it sounds really cool to have 25 people all mount up, but mechanically, we need people to test it out. We just need people to test it out.
Yeah, the PTR is so helpful for that.
And then of course, we can't forget Farok, right?
Finally.
Yeah,
there he is.
I'm ready to beat him up.
He's here in the Emerald Dream, and the raid will end with a showdown against, the Fire Incarnate himself.
Is there any juicy rewards in the raid?
Yeah, so much as in other raids during Dragonflight, players can expect some new armor sets that they can earn, right?
Oh, cool.
Class-themed.
Oh my god! Please be the mage one. Dude, I like that one on the right.
Juicy rewards in the raid?
Yeah, so much as in other raids during Dragonflight,
players
can expect some.
Okay, that set looks kind of cool on the left. That war, is that a war, like what is that, like demon head? That thing's kind of cool.
New armor sets that they can earn, right? That are.
I like that, dude. I really hope that one on the right is mage with that witch's hat. You look like a freaking like Harry Potter warrior, man. That thing looks cool on the right. I really hope that's us.
Sort of class.
Look at that hat, bro. Look at that hat.
Themed, but also have a touch of the Emerald Dream to them, right?
They're beautiful.
The art is absolutely incredible for these new sets within the raid. So
I like it.
New sets to earn that'll each have class bonuses on them.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
That's Warlock.
I love collecting the sets too.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting our hands on something, Farok's got something really tasty for us to get our hands on.
We have a new legendary weapon coming in Guardians of the Dream. This is going to be a two-handed axe that players can earn. They'll have to keep their ear to the ground exactly on how to get their hands on it. But yeah, it's a really powerful weapon wielded by Farok himself. It's called Fearlath the Dream Render. We've been listening to feedback from the Embers of Neltharion update, and you know, we hope we can provide something that players really feel like they can earn the axe over time and feel really rewarded for their time in the raid.
So we've spoke about
PvP nerfed. Let's talk. Get it gutted. Nerf the weapon preemptively. I want to see it.
the amazing raid and the beautiful zone of the Emerald Dream. What other things can we expect in Guardians of the Dream?
So we've got something really unique coming to Guardians of the Dream. It's not just one public event, it's 3 of them. And they feed into each other in this kind of cyclical sort of wilderness nature kind of thing. There's 3 different events. First one is a super bloom. And that one is, if you've ever played Overwatch, it's like protecting the payload, right? Okay, so you've got this ancient who's going through and he's trying to, bloom the dream, and you have to help him out by defending him from things and helping him get things, that kind of stuff. When that's done, it triggers the second public event called the Emerald Frenzy. And it's a farming kind of public event where wilderness has kind of gotten out of control. So you go through, you're farming everything, and it's dropping currency, it's dropping seeds left and right. The more people that are in it, the more stuff you get, and it's just a grab. So that feeds into the Emerald Bounty. And with the Emerald Bounty, it's a fostering event, right?
You think that's like do you think there's going to be like a world PvP version of that? Since it's kind of inspired from Overwatch, I wonder if it'd be really cool to have like the Horde and Alliance kind of direct that payload, and push it. That would be kind of dope.
So all around the Emerald Dream, there's piles of dirt. You can take those seeds that you gathered and plant them in the dirt. Over the course of 5 minutes, it'll grow into a sprout. And the more people that show up and feed that sprout and nurture that sprout, the bigger it'll get. When it blooms after that 5 minutes, you get to loot it for cool stuff.
I love cool stuff. Can you tell us more about the new Renown faction in this patch?
Of course. We've got the Dream Wardens. I mean, we're going into the Emerald Dream, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the Emerald Dream is full of creatures that live there.
Jagama,
And
stop
they
it, man.
also have a
What's
vested
wrong with
interest
you,
in
bro?
Protecting Amirdasil. So they've decided to go
Please.
ahead and team up with us. But it's composed of those creatures from the Emerald Dream. So you've got Keepers, you've got Dryads, you've got Druids, obviously, you've got the Green Dragonflight, you've got Rune Bears. They're new. They're very cool.
Yeah.
And they've all come together to just kind of like help us out. And obviously, as with any renown that we've got, there are some really cool rewards involved.
Wow, that's a nice little mount.
I need to level my Druid
Dude,
up.
that set looks good, man.
For this, because it's Druid heaven.
Yes, Druid Heaven.
Anna and I both played Druids, way back in 2004. So I think we're particularly excited to interact with this faction. I think we've never seen before in WoW these like types of characters that are really reminiscent of like Warcraft 3 and like Night Elf and Druid lore. So it's going to be very exciting to interact with a lot of those creatures and characters that I associate with like my first character ever.
So as we're dragon riding through this new zone, is there new dragon riding anything?
Yeah, absolutely. So players will be able to dragon ride through the Emerald Dream from day 1, which is really a treat with all the incredible art that is within the zone just in itself.
You want to walk that zone.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I want to swoop under branches and along the rivers and through that environment. They're also going to be able to collect new glyphs that are hidden around the zone and some new transmog appearances.
Is there
there's a new
any
dragon
PvP
riding,
stuff?
Appearance and a new dragon riding mounts. So there's a lot there for players who are interested in dragon riding and have enjoyed that during dragonflight.
I'm all about collecting customization, especially for my dragon, so super excited about that.
Yeah, there's a lot there for players who enjoy that. There's also a new active ability that players will be able to earn, with their glyphs called Second Wind, that allows them to sort of like regain vigor instantly. So they can gain a little bit more speed. There's new dragon riding races where they can try to, try their skills at that with some of these new abilities that they'll earn. And yeah, we're just excited to see how players enjoy zooming through the skies in the Emerald Dream itself.
That sounds handy for that dragon riding encounter too.
Yes.
So you may want to collect your glyphs right away.
Practice, just practice.
Yeah, get some practice in.
And there's gonna be a new season. Can you tell us more about what the season will be?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So season 3 will start with Guardians of the Dream.
Let's go, baby.
It becomes a new Mythic Plus map pool. So we have 8 new dungeons that are arriving for players to enjoy in Mythic Plus. Among these are some dungeons that are appearing for the first time in Mythic Plus that we're really excited about. We had our Mega Dungeon, that players are
Mega
really enjoying
Dungeon,
from
okay.
Dawn of the Infinite update, and we're splitting that into 2 separate dungeons for players to enjoy in Mythic Plus. We also have 2 dungeons included in the map pool
That's
that really
nice.
fit the theme of the wild nature of the Emerald Dream. The first is the Everbloom, which we last saw sort of in a challenge mode format, and the second is Darkheart Thicket, which we last enjoyed during Legion. Which is a really
Nice.
druidic
Let's go.
theme, right, as we sort of like venture into the beginnings of the Emerald Nightmare and that story back at that time. So we're excited to get players in there and see if the routes have changed since the last time they were in those
That's true.
dungeons. For each new season, we like to have a mix of dungeons that are more linear, but also mix that up with dungeons that are more open, like Atal Dazar.
Yeah.
And
That's
Mythos Manor
cool.
in a way, to try to keep some variety in there, and players who
I
enjoy
do like
routing
that
can have
dungeon.
some options, to really sink their teeth into.
There's gonna be, of course, Mythic Plus new rewards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there anything else for the new season?
Oh, a new season of okay.
Yeah, there'll be a new season of PvP rewards. So new cosmetic rewards.
Whose set is that? Wait. I hope that's the rogue set, just because enjoy.
For players to achieve and
Oh, that's a cool mount. Cool mount. Okay.
battlegrounds and arenas.
So work on your gladiator when it comes out. Get that fancy new mount.
Oh, that's the new glad mount. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So everyone wants to know, When is the PTR going to happen?
Yeah, so the PTR will be coming this week. We'll be on the PTR, Anna and I will be running around, and we would like to see players in there with us enjoying the new content that we have.
Thank you both so much for hanging out and talking about Guardians of the Dream with me. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
All right, so Guardians of the Dream. We got a new zone, a new raid, a new legendary weapon, new class set, new public events, Dream Wardens, Renown, new PvP season, a Mythic Plus dungeon pool, Blood Elf customizations, Dragon Riding updates, and class talent updates for Rogue and Demon Hunter. Mr. GM has a section in his video briefly about the BG solo queue. Okay.
Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk
Let's just skip to it. New raid, new Mythic Plus, PvP updates.
Season 3. For PvP, it looks like there is actually going to be a new PvP brawl coming in, and this is called Battleground Blitz. Now, this is actually solo queue rated battlegrounds. Yep, as a PvP brawl, similar to how Solo Shuffle was originally introduced to the game. In Shadowlands, we are getting a rated solo battleground experience. So this is really cool. This is a little test ground to see how that works out. I'd be interested to see how that works. As for other updates to PvP, not entirely sure really. There is some new changes to gearing and things like that, but the specifics of that I'm not entirely sure of. But yeah, for the kind of big thing here for PvP is the new solo rated battlegrounds. Also coming in Guardians of the Dream are major updates to dragon riding.
So I will say this. I think solo queue RPGs are actually cool. We'll see though. Like, I personally think it's a good thing, and we'll see. I think, especially when it comes to like a healer issue, healing isn't nearly as big an issue. But yeah, it could be, you know, be something that ends up being toxic. But
so of course with a
good step one, they need new game mode. Yeah, solo gaming, nah.
brand new zone, we will have new glyphs to collect around the Emerald Dream and some new abilities for our drakes as well. Doesn't look like there's going to be anything major in the...
All right, guys, so so quickly, just to go over what's going on for PvP. All right, this is what we're getting in new PvP in the new patch, okay? I'll write it down for you here. We're first and foremost, we're getting a brawl test for rated solo queue BGs. Okay, so there's a brawl test for rated solo queue BGs. New season, glad mount, reskin, and new sets, and hopefully new enchants and tabard. And that's what's up. That's it. Oh, and a rogue talent rework. I'm not entirely sure what's gonna happen here, but you know, given the track record of some of the reworks, I am a little bit concerned with this one. Because yeah, rogues definitely need some help. Right now they're just no good, so it's gonna be nice. Is this the official list? I mean, out of everything we've seen, yeah. Oh, Rogue Talent Rework and Demon Hunter Talent Rework. And then, like, I don't know, maybe PvP tuning / talent tuning. That could happen. I don't know. Normally, they don't announce stuff like that right away, so it'll be interesting to see if they do anything with that.